Everyday life's happening. Some days are more eventful. Others, living protected with insurance you can depend on changes your life for the better. We insure the people and things you care about. Not Agency. We'll help you find the right coverage so when life happens, you have the right insurance protection for your family and business. When life happens, live protected. Not Agency for all your insurance needs.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Tuesday, August the 30th. Pleasure to have you with us today. Got a school teacher with me. Well, Melanie Knocke, Columbia Public School Planetarium at Rockbridge. And Melanie, very special lady because you have been chosen. And I know we'll get into that a little bit later on, but you have been chosen to fly in a very special airplane.
Yes,
in November.
November 6th through 12th. It's getting closer.
Yeah.
I was selected along with my partner, Rex Beltz, who's a teacher at Rockbridge, to be a NASA Airborne Astronomy Ambassador, which means we get to fly on board the SOFIA aircraft, which is the Stratospheric Observatory for Infrared Astronomy. Mm-hmm. And basically it's a modified 747 that takes us up high above most of the water vapor in the air and does observing with a telescope that they put in the back of the airplane.
Yeah, so, I mean, that is quite an honor to be chosen for that. When you go and then when you come back, you will be back on Radio Friends, and hopefully you'll bring lots of pictures.
Absolutely, pictures and all kinds of stuff.
And your story of how of how it went.
Right.
When you think about this, what is the most exciting part of it?
For me, I just want to see the aircraft. I've been following the aircraft since before it was actually constructed, before they had the telescope in it. This particular aircraft actually replaced a aircraft called the Kuiper Airborne Observatory. And that flew for a few years, and then there was a long drought where there wasn't any airborne observing. And so in 1995, actually, I interviewed for a job with SOFIA, but decided to decline it because the airplane wasn't scheduled to fly for 5 years and the position was for only 2. Mm-hmm. And I thought, well, why would I want to do that? I want the plane, I want to fly.
And this particular airplane has a pretty classy history because it flew under the Pan American World Airways banner for many, many years. It was the Clipper Lindbergh. Mm-hmm. And then it became part of NASA's Air Force, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I should know the date that happened, but I forgot.
Yeah.
But they've been working on it for many years.
Yeah,
like I
said.
But
the thing that I noticed when looking at the picture, it still has the blue Pan Am stripe across the fuselage.
Yep.
Yeah, but so that's coming up in November. After you've flown, you'll come back and tell us about it. But you have many events coming up before then.
Right, at the planetarium at Rockbridge. Yes, we do second Saturday shows for the public, which hopefully a lot of people know about nowadays, thanks to Radio Friends. On September 10th, the second Saturday, September 10th, we are doing a 2:00 show called Secret of the Cardboard Rocket. That's a standard one. I like that. But at 3:15, we have a new show that I'm kind of excited about. It's called Our Living Climate. And it's a new way of looking at climate and how our climate has changed over the millennia, from the formation of our solar system and then what will happen later on. So it's a really interesting show, and we just got it this month, actually.
Does it take into effect what's happening with global warming?
It talks about that, right? It talks about the formation and what happened in the early times of the Earth. I am an astronomer, not a
right.
biologist or a environmental scientist, but it discusses the history of it, but it also discusses man's impact on it and why they think it's serious. And they do, I think, a really good job of explaining the processes that our atmosphere has undergone, how important our atmosphere is, and the processes that it has undergone over the millions and millions of years, and how for millions and millions of years carbon dioxide has been being has been cleansed from our atmosphere by the water and various processes.
And the plants,
like this.
yeah.
And the plants. And then how by burning the coal and the fuels, it's throwing it back up at a much faster rate than the Earth has ever had before.
Right. So that show is...
That's Our Living Climate. And it is, we're debuting it at Columbia Public Schools Planetarium anyways, at 3:15 on Saturday, September 10th.
And everybody is invited to attend this?
It is free. It is open to the public.
You just need to make reservations.
I would recommend making reservations. We have a website set up, cpsplanetarium.org, and you go on and just click on the link and you reserve your seats. And it's free. Like I said, we appreciate donations that help us. And actually, talking about donations, we, over the summer, were approached by Broadway Christian Church, and they were doing a spaced-themed vacation Bible school over the summer, and they were taking donations, and they wanted to know if we would be willing to accept the donations.
Oh, how
and
nice.
It was wonderful. They raised over $1,000, and they are donating it to the planetarium, and we are going to get
Broadway Christian Church.
Broadway Christian Church.
Well, thanks to Broadway Christian
Yes,
Church. I know some really nice people over there.
And so I am going to use that money, and we are going to get some really cool exhibits. A place I used to work had to close down. And I'm going to use that money, and I'm going to take it, and I'm going to get some really cool exhibits.
Good.
So,
okay.
In the near
so
future,
that was a nice
that'll be
donation. Then you have another event coming up in...
Well, I thought since I was here, I would talk about October. We're just getting ready. It's the beginning of the school year and all, and so we're setting our calendar in place. And so we've got September and October so far. In October, we're doing Night Sky Wonders at 2 o'clock. That's a really popular show because it's for preschoolers, for the really little ones. And so it's geared for the real little ones. And it just introduces them to space in a very friendly, non-threatening environment. And by the time that finally gets dark, the kids are so excited that they got it dark from painting the sky all kinds of different colors. Then they don't realize they're sitting in the dark. And so we do constellation tours, we talk about planets and things like that.
So what age group are you talking about here?
This one, the Night Sky Wonders, is for preschool and kindergarten.
Okay.
Yeah, the young ones.
With their parents?
With their parents, yes.
Right.
With their parents.
Parents
That's
can't
important.
come and just drop them off.
No.
Okay.
We need the parents there. And then the 3:15 show is for adults, and that's the planets. And it's a classic show, really nice, gives you a tour of the solar system, starting with the formation of the solar system, the sun, and then works its way out. So.
And it's all with sound too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So if people, they can go on the website to get the entire schedule.
Right. They can do that. We have a Facebook page. I use the Facebook page more for, what's up in the night sky. If the planets look really good tonight, I'll say that. If there's a space station pass that's going overhead that I've gotten notified for, I will put that on Facebook.
Didn't we have the space station pass over about 2 or 3 weeks ago, didn't we?
It passes over fairly regularly. It'll go through cycles. It'll be like 2 or 3 days in a row, and then in a couple of weeks it'll be like 2 or 3 days in a row again. So
and then we had the meteor showers. The
meteor showers, which I slept through, to be honest.
Oh,
but.
Okay. All right. Melanie Knocke, thank you so much for coming by. Always a pleasure to have you here, and we'll get you back after you have flown on SOFIA.
Yeah.
All right. Congratulations on that, too. All right. Tomorrow, Connie Shea and Maplewood Barn Theater. If there was something you'd like to hear or see, drop me an email. That's pepperp@missouri.edu. And have yourself a good rest of the morning. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.